Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today I have a 2016 Dutchman Kodiak Travel Trailer. I'm going to walk through how to install the B&B Moulder's gutter spout. These are designed to, when your gutter comes down, it doesn't drip down the side of your trailer, it actually pushes it out so it's not leaving a line. If you didn't have a spout, and that rain goes through this gutter here, it's going to run right down your sidewall and eventually it's going to leave streaks. It leaves streaks. You don't clean them off each time, eventually they're going to stain and you're not going to be able to get them off. If you don't have gutter spouts, it doesn't mean you can't add them. These are replaceable. They're a nice durable plastic. They're going to hold up in all weather conditions. Again, to get that rainwater, any water maybe coming from your air conditioner, to keep it off the wall so you're not getting stains on the wall. Now there are a couple different lengths. This is a 3-inch, so depending on what you have on your trailer, maybe you want a little bit longer one or maybe you like a shorter one. You can find any of those here at etrailer.com. Now, if you do come across where you are replacing a gutter, it is a good idea to go ahead while you're up on the ladder and do a check for anything else you might need to replace. For instance, this stripping right here, this vinyl stripping, after a couple of years, it will start to deteriorate and it will crack. So it's a good idea to replace that because it covers all the screws that hold your extrusion rail to the wall, and you want to make sure you're not getting any water back there and getting any water that could potentially get into the wall and cause damage further on. The installation process is simple and straightforward. It's got one screw that holds it in place. Scrape a little bit of silicone off it. You can slide this out, slide the new one in, replace the screw and replace the silicone, and you're ready to go. Now that we've gone over some of the features of it, let's go ahead and walk through how we got it installed. Start our installation. You can see this gutter's damaged. It actually got hit by a tree. So what we need to do is it's attached underneath of this gutter here. There's a screw that holds this trim in, and then there's a couple screws behind it. We're gonna have to pull this out. There's gonna be some sealant behind it that we're gonna have to probably replace as well. A square bit or Phillips. Remove that screw. And the sealant that wraps around here, we're going to have to start pulling away at it in order to get this loose. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this screw out, this one, and possibly a third one as well, to be able to pull this out enough to get this out. Let's see what that does. Let's slide that out. We're going to go ahead, peel out this extra sealant that runs around here because we're going to be replacing it anyway before we slide our new one in place. You just want to make sure you clean it up pretty well so that the new sealant that you put on sticks and seals around the edge of that gutter and doesn't get behind that rail. So to help clean it up, when you get all the sealant off, just take some rubbing alcohol and a rag, wipe down the metal rail there where you're going to be putting the new sealant so you know it's going to stick. So if we're looking at the side of the camper, the right, this would be your right, and this would be your left gutter. They're going to be labeled right here. And right there. So our area clean. We'll take the gutter, we'll slide it up behind a rail there. Go ahead and reinstall the screw. That'll hold it in place. reinstall our other screws that we removed. We're going to seal around the edge and about this far over along the bottom. We're going to let it dry overnight, come back. When I replace this end screw right here, held that in place. We'll pull this screw out, put the new piece in, put our screw back in, then we'll seal around that screw. As far as the sealant you're going to be putting on, I'm going to just use clear silicone because that's what was on here before. If you want to color match with whatever silicone or sealant you have on there, you just want to make sure it's non-sag sealant and it's made for outside. So we're going to do, again, right along this edge, I'll do a little bit here. I'll come down to the bottom, up this edge, and then right at the top here. You'll notice there's a gap here at the bottom. I recommend leaving a little gap open just in case any moisture gets back behind this. You want it to be able to come out. Because if you block that moisture in there, it's going to sit against this and it could find its way inside the camper. Once you have one installed, you're going to repeat the process for any remaining gutter spout you're installing. It's going to do it for look at and installation on the B&B Moulders gutter spout on a 2016 Dutchman Kodiak travel trailer.